Hello, 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 hello! Another day, another stream. What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka Multimedia Jay, and tonight I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Twitch sucks. Stop using Twitch, and if you're a content creator, make an exit strategy. Find out how you're going to move beyond Twitch sooner rather than later, because Twitch is running itself into the ground. Thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time, this is Multimedia J signing off. Thanks for stopping by. You didn't seriously think I was just going to leave it at that, did you? What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka Multimedia Jay, and that concise CNN headline version of what we're talking about should be good for people that just want the quick 30-second version of what's going on. But for those that actually want to know what they're talking about and know the details, that's why we're here tonight. I mean, I don't need to be here. I don't need to be streaming. I don't need to be doing anything. I've got a backlog of tech videos. We have a little bit extra spring before it gets too hot to make tech videos in the summertime because of the smoke that's over New England right now. Hey, let's do a sound check, by the way. Spring before it gets too hot to make tech videos in the summertime because of the smoke. Yeah, I thought so. Peaking a bit. Yeah, I thought so. Peaking a bit. Let me check my levels here. I think I'm a little too high and too sensitive. Well, I mean, I'm not actually high, but the microphone is a tad. All right, there we go. 70, and let's turn down the masters as well, so it doesn't sound so much like I'm like and I'm like wondering why it's distorting and stuff. It's not a smart idea. Now, is it? So here we are. I don't even need to be here. I just got into ESO Necrom last night. I've got some characters to level up. I can either play through the Necrom storyline, I can level Arcanists, I can do all kinds of stuff in Elder Scrolls Online. I really should just be chilling. I mean, I'm getting used to the job now, so doing really well numbers-wise, and actually becoming a very valuable member of the team because I can actually fix things instead of just complaining about stuff all the time. And now the folks in charge are starting to notice, but I don't want, to lose too much time to taking care of issues that should have been done right in the first place. But let's just say I'm not a helpless whiner and stuff like that. So that's going pretty well. Unfortunately, we have wildfires in Canada. The smoke is making it into New England. It's screwing up the sky and everything, and there's air quality alerts and stuff, and it all looks hazy and smoggy outside. So I might be a little under the weather sounding, because tomorrow I'm actually going to start wearing masks again. I'm going to start wearing masks again. There's not a lot of COVID going around, but now we got all this smoke in the air, so I'm going to dig out the masks and probably order another box of them. So if we have these wildfire issues, then I don't have to be all under the weather because of my allergies to smoke. So maybe you can hear it, maybe you can't. You probably can't, because I always think I'm terrible at miking these things. But that way off screen is the Honeywell Blue Darth Vader filter fan that I took it out of the closet after years of not needing it. Going back to season 1 of the Wacky World of Multimedia J. It's a Honeywell filter fan with a washable filter. I washed the foam filter and the plastic filter, and I got it filtering like crazy the air that's in the house. And when I go to sleep, I take it to the bedroom and have it filter the air in the bedroom instead of out here by the computer. So I actually have that going as a fan, so to speak, filtering the heck out of everything. So it's blowing this way as opposed to the regular fan, which is this way. So I don't know if I might accidentally pick up some wind noise on the mic, but that's what this windscreen is for, isn't it? Don't take it off if we think we might need it. So, all right. So, I don't want to spoil too much, but we're returning to very, very familiar territory for Multimedia J and the multimedia meta commentaries on content creation. We're making fun of Twitch again. Well, I mean, Twitch is the gift that keeps on giving. They just keep sticking their nose in the air. They keep on sticking their nose in the air, treating content creators like complete crap. But most recently, the latest slap in the face because they think they're invincible is reason enough for any of you who watch this channel, if you're still involved with Twitch, form an exit strategy. I mean, if you want to stay on Twitch for whatever reason, go right ahead, but I assure you that the purple snake, as Dr. Disrespect calls it, should not be the center of your attention. I mean, there's numerous reasons why I don't stream there. Most notably, Twitch often has stricter rules. Twitch has stricter rules than other platforms. There's stuff that gets you banned on Twitch that won't get you insta-banned on YouTube. There's things like the banned streamer rule, so you can't do commentaries about banned streamers without risking getting banned yourself. There's situations where Twitch people take things personally, whereas YouTube people keep things professional. And keeping things professional is something I've been learning the value of very, very recently. But, you know, Twitch is overall worse. It's smaller. It's about the size of Dailymotion. They just have an incredibly strong brand when it comes to live streaming, and that's why people think that Twitch is a major platform. But when you dig around the numbers, as we've done, as I've kind of woken up to the utter stupidity and futility of Twitch, then you'll know that it's not what people think it is. Size-wise, Twitch is on par with Dailymotion. Clout-wise, Twitch is on par with some of the big platforms and stuff. But we can't, in the midst of all of this, forget that in the world of business, it is more than possible for a business to do well because another business sucks. Actually, you can have entire industries that do well because another industry sucks. There is such thing as zero-sum game. Is this the old people cream? Yeah, good. I might need that. You know, some sore joints and stuff from some of the twiddly finger stuff. Like this joint on my middle finger, I slammed into a metal cart, and it's just been sore ever since. Maybe I do have arthritis, and I just don't know it. Good to keep that stuff around. This is the pain relief cream with lidocaine. More proof that I'm old. Anyways, so here's the thing, though. There are industries out there that do well because another industry sucks. Great example, satellite TV. Why on earth was satellite TV ever a thing? Why on earth was satellite TV ever a thing? It sucks. Satellite TV is a step backwards from when we went from rabbit ears to cable. It reintroduces weather outages. Once upon a time, your cable would be going, unless the line got struck by lightning or the head end had an issue, your cable would go during storms when your antenna TV would fuzz out. And now, thanks to digital TV, you don't have stuff fuzzing out where you can keep watching through the snow as your antenna loses the signal strength. But now you have artifacting and it's unwatchable. So if you don't have a good signal, you pretty much can't watch at all in today's digital world. But no thanks to satellite, you can now have weather outages where everything goes down for like 5 minutes or something while the dish is picking signal back up. And oh, what if there's a bird nest in the satellite dish? Can you get to it? Can you get the bird nest out of there? Is it legal to get the bird nest out of there because some protected species you're not supposed to touch and do things like move the nests and stuff like that? Just satellite sucks. You need a clear view of the southern sky? What if you live in a more built-up area? What if some dumbass puts a baseball bat to your satellite dish and knocks it out of alignment? Now you got to go mess with it. Or what if they dent the dish and it doesn't work right anymore? It's just like, satellite sucks. Just get cable. Except cable got too expensive and had terrible customer service. It is one of the textbook examples of not only a monopoly in many cases, but an oligopoly where a bunch of stuck-up big companies that control the market act like monopolists, even though there isn't a monopoly, because they can. One of the classic problems with certain economics type stuff. If you study that and want to actually know how the world works, the value of a dollar, how consumers get screwed, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, why was satellite TV ever a thing? It didn't need to be, but it succeeded because something else sucked. Hey, what's up, Joseph? Satellite became a thing because cable sucked, largely. And now, of course, you have broadband where cable can deliver broadband. There's fiber companies. The phone companies getting into fiber. They have TV service as well. They're not making contracts with satellite companies anymore. Now they can send you everything over a DSL type network or over fiber. So now you have satellite companies going broke. And now we're probably heading towards a world where satellite TV is much like satellite internet. It's something you get only when you can't get anything else, and it's probably overpriced. So it's not going to have the critical mass to remain what it was in the heydays of DirecTV and Dish Network. Much less sugary drinks. Huge improvement. Ow. Oh, wait, this is the one that hurt. Give me the old people cream. Let me take care of this. It was this hand that actually had the sore joint from... Not good to accidentally slam your finger into a hard metal stocking cart when you're trying to pick up a box and you're not really looking at what you're doing. That's going to be hurting for a couple of days. Anyways, so let's talk about Twitch here. The ugly truth when it comes to Twitch is that Twitch is as successful in people's eyes as it is because of things that its competitors have screwed up. YouTube and Facebook don't have as robust of a setup for streaming. Facebook doesn't even have a robust video setup, and they limit people who aren't in their monetization program to 720p 30. You know, Facebook gaming came and went. It's now folded into the rest of Facebook. But if you've ever tried watching videos on Facebook versus watching videos on YouTube, there's still a difference in the quality there. There's still a difference in the quality and the bitrate and the buffering. So Facebook, why? Why is Facebook the sleeping giant? Facebook has everything they need to even give Google a run for their money, with Facebook being able to replace multiple services that you might use nowadays as a YouTuber. So text updates, pictures, albums, live streaming, videos, the whole 9 yards. Facebook has it all. They just don't have good leadership to properly deploy the stuff that they have and tune it up and make it a proper YouTube competitor. And of course, let's also not forget some of the big names on Twitch that we know of today became big names on Twitch when YouTube screwed up in the early days of the adpocalypse, when demonetization first became a thing. There was a group of YouTubers that got sick of YouTube, and they got sick of the monetization differences between YouTube and Twitch, or between videos and streaming. They went off to Twitch. So we have Facebook UI is very janky now, says Dan. Yeah, it's also very different between desktop and mobile as well. But Facebook, bottom line, is just wasted potential. Facebook should be the evil empire that everybody else competes against, but they don't have the leadership and the management to pull that off. And YouTube and other platforms are benefiting because Facebook sucks. Much in the same way that Twitch has benefited when YouTube has screwed up. YouTube has spent the past few years trying to develop a live streaming option, and now a short form option with YouTube Shorts to take on TikTok. But once upon a time, YouTube was garbage when it came to that kind of stuff, and they were garbage in general with the way content creators were treated, as well as with the human side of content creation between creators and their audiences. This existed in early YouTube when it was more like regular social media and stuff like that. And now today, it existed in the early days. It has existed more recently on Twitch. Some of it goes too far, like with the parasocial whack job crap that Twitch tends to support, as part of their business model relies on suckering you into forming fake friendships and fake relationships with the streamers that you watch, which is why most of what I watch on Twitch nowadays is AI. There's no streamer to tick off to directly insult when you're just watching someone's AI character. You know, it's a computer somewhere. If you have an issue with the streamer, you have an issue with a computer and not an actual person. So the streamer is more low-key, takes things less personally, and there's some jokes to be had if you can get AI to do weird things, like say weird words and stuff, if it's a Q&A format or whatever. So, but the bottom line is, a lot of what Twitch has, and the reason why people take Twitch so seriously, is because YouTube hasn't had their stuff together. The more YouTube gets their stuff together And there's some things that are behind schedule right now. Like, for example, a YouTube answer to Twitch affiliate is supposed to come out this year, but everything's gone silent at YouTube as the tech layoffs have become more of a thing. So I don't know if you went, what exactly did YouTube mean with this year? Do they mean like we'll get it in time for Christmas? But YouTube is actually supposed to have an answer to Twitch affiliates where there's a monetization setup that gives you supers without ads way earlier. I haven't really been following this too much, but where is that? Like that's the sort of thing that would make Twitch like, you know, crap themselves or something. Like it's just... But the walls have been closing it on Twitch for a while. The truth of the matter is, as we've said over and over and over again, that Twitch is not in the same position under Amazon that YouTube is under Google. YouTube is Google's video side, so to speak, represents the company. There's no competing services that Google has. Google even shut down Google Video, which was their attempt to compete with YouTube after buying YouTube and taking it over. Twitch is not in this position. Twitch is a portfolio asset of Amazon. Twitch does not need to do well for Amazon to benefit from owning Twitch. Let's talk of a spin-off and stuff. No, Amazon will not spin off Twitch. We showed it last time we talked about this. Community page has a link to the stream replay when we talked about Twitch needs to put up and shut up when it comes to whether or not they're turning over a new leaf. And obviously, from what they've done since then, they've doubled down on the crap that made me skeptical in the first place, so I was right. Congratulations. Yay. So I was right yet again, because I know that Twitch under Amazon is in a different position than YouTube under Google. Twitch is a portfolio asset. By owning Twitch, Amazon gains certain technologies that they can turn around and resell through Amazon Web Services live streaming options to companies that want a Twitch-like service. One of those companies you will probably recognize if you've been following the streaming wars, which aren't really wars anymore. It's like, I think people are waking up to live streaming and its limitations. But there's a company you might have heard of called Kick. That's how Kick is operating. Someone outed that on Twitter a while back. Kick basically is using AWS Twitch-like technology in order to run a Twitch competitor service. Now, this, of course, puts Twitch at a disadvantage money-wise, or this puts Kick, I should say. Darn words with eyes in them screwing with me up. This puts Twitch... did it again. I got to put the epic fail thing in the chat stream thing. I might need it. Kick is basically at a money disadvantage versus Twitch because Twitch runs the CDN while Kick rents the CDN. And with the way Kick has been operating, that it's mostly banned Twitch streamers and whoever else they can convince to make the switch, Kick is Mixer all over again. I don't think guys like Trainwrecks TV are going to be willing to admit this, but if you followed the rise and fall of Mixer when Microsoft tried to make a Twitch competitor, what happened was they got talent, but they didn't get an audience. So if they attract over people that are disgruntled with Twitch, it's different doing these things. It's more running around and stuff. Wow. Yeah, my ears are popping from this headset now. Woo! So anyways, I'm also being affected by the smoke, which is why I got a filter fan off that way. Trying to do something here. But, so, here's the thing. Twitch, Kick has been able to do what? What progress has Kick made? They're smaller than Twitch. I don't really see them in the quarterlies or anything. I don't see them with the monthly active users to put them on the charts yet. Kick has done what? They attracted the talent first. Where's the audience? Now, I could check out, and some of the biggest streamers are also incredibly toxic people like Aiden Ross, who has some issues. The reason I don't encourage people to watch Aiden Ross is because he is screwed with the DMCA system on YouTube. So, total man-child in his audience reflects all of that, but he's one of the biggest streamers over on Kick. So there's a lot of people over on Kick whose names I recognize from Twitch because they're always inches from getting banned if they weren't banned already. So I think Ice Poseidon's over there too. So he even stopped streaming on YouTube or something. I don't know. Kick is kind of like misfit Twitch at this point. But the problem is that Stake, or the company that the folks that run Stake and stuff like that, they're going to have to figure out what to do about this money thing with because Kick is always going to have a disadvantage versus Twitch when it comes to money. They got to find a way to overcome that in order to have any long-term future whatsoever. So far, Kick is basically green Mixer. It reminds me of Mixer all over again. They attract talent. They get content creators to storm away from Twitch because they're mad at Twitch. But where's the audience that is going to Kick? That isn't just watching the people they were already watching anyways. You know, that isn't just watching Trainwrecks, that isn't just watching Karina Kopf, that isn't just watching Aiden Ross, that isn't just watching Heel Mike. I mean, where are the people going over to Kick? And yeah, see, here we go. The chat's already filling up with Kick being misfit Twitch. It's Twitch rejects, it's banned streamers. Indeed, and it's also, if you have these edgy people that got kicked off of Twitch over on Kick, Twitch, Kick, does not compute. Something like that. It's also going to scare away advertisers. Advertisers are incredibly fickle. They're very concerned about where their product shows up and who they end up associated with because of what they're being advertised with. So that's something I've been familiar with for years. Going all the way back to Apple in the 1990s with the Think Different campaign. They had all these pictures of all these people in history, Think Different. They had a lot of fun with that campaign until the Church of Satan decided to parody them. Now here's Anton Zander LaVey in a copycat Apple ad, like, Church of Satan, we think too different. What do we have here? It's kind of like Odyssey is just YouTube rejects. Fetty is reject. Twitter pre-Elon. Oh yeah, there's all this crap over here. But that's the thing. If they're going to struggle, bottom line, Kick is going to struggle with money. They're not going to be as successful as Twitch. We really have to look to the big guys like YouTube and Facebook. TikTok could also expand further. And if TikTok ever expands beyond being a vertical format similar to Instagram, then they'll be a force to be reckoned with. At the very same time, there's also some other things that we have to think about as well. Rumble, for example. Rumble is already like a right-wing video site. Now they're expanding into more general purpose type stuff. The bottom line, don't forget Trovo, which Tencent is running. So if you want Tencent dollars, impacting the platform use, as well as some cultural differences between us and the PRC. I mean, it's just there's things are a bit different, as some people have been finding out with like content about Genshin Impact and stuff like that. But the cultural differences kick in when you start getting oceans involved and stuff like this. So, yeah, it's just, but the thing is, it is extremely expensive to create a content delivery network from scratch. So it's what we called in business school barriers to entry, things that keep competitors from getting as big as the incumbents. A lot of times it is like totally not only David versus Goliath, but you're scaling Mount Everest in order to throw the stone at Goliath's head. That's what we're talking about here. It's just a mess. It's just a mess, and it's a crap ton of work to catch up to the incumbents. It's like if you started a soda company right now and you were trying to go after Coca-Cola. What do you think it would take to actually be challenged at least as much as Pepsi challenges Coke? Or if you want to open a restaurant, franchise it, and compete with McDonald's. Like, it's just, that's barriers to entry. It's business stuff. So, anyways... yeah, so Twitch has been backhanding content creators yet again, and basically, where do we want to begin with this? We want to begin with the browser stuff? All right, well, why don't we start with, so here's the thing. I still don't have my Microsoft Office set up on this new computer, the streamer login yet. It works on the regular login, but I haven't set it up yet because I've been lazy like that. But I did set up LibreOffice. So I have a slide set up for in LibreOffice Impress, because that's working for any notes we want to take regarding the great Twitch shakeout of 2023. So Before we do that, though, before we get into the meat of all of this, why don't we talk about, what's going on with all of this right now? So Devin Nash made a video. I watched his video, and other people have made videos. There's two things that are ticking people off about Twitch right now. One is the changes to sponsored content, which Devin goes into a crap ton of detail on because that's his bread and butter, advertising and stuff. He runs an agency, things along those lines. But Devin goes into a crap ton of detail on that, and then goes over the stuff that I'm ticked off about at the very end of his video. Some people are only talking about the advertising side of it. Some other people, however, like myself, we're looking at the whole picture here, because the advertising thing mostly affects the big guys. You're talking about how you do sponsored streams, what you can do, and what you can have on the screen when you're streaming on Twitch, which causes problems for like events that have their own ads, like the Streamer Awards. I'm curious what Cutie Cinderella is saying, if she's saying anything on Twitter and not just having a total meltdown about the ban on injected ads, because she had commercials in her Streamer Awards thing. Those were ad spaces that were part of the stream. Those are no longer allowed on Twitch. It's just like Twitch did backpedal on some of this and say they're going to rewrite everything, but the bottom line is they ticked off the big guys, and then they did an about face. The other stuff that I've been focusing on, like the stealth ban on multi-streaming and the $25 termination fee, if they kick you out of the Twitch affiliate program or you leave the Twitch affiliate program. Now, this is the stuff that I've been looking at, because this is the giant FU to everybody else except their little Twitch streamer celebrities living in their bubbles and their custom built houses and crap like that. So I've heard a lot of people talk about this, and nearly all of them are barking up the wrong tree. Devin Nash is going after the big stuff. Zach Bussey went after the big stuff. Well, he streams around this time, so maybe he's finally catching up to the rest of the stuff that's more important to us little guys here. But it's just like all these people are going after the big explosion on the internet was over the changes to the ads. The thing from OTK was because the changes to the sponsored streams. So you have the advertising part of it, and then you have everything else part of it. All the big guys who are affected more by the advertising part of it will go into all the detail that you need in their YouTube videos about the advertising part of it. I'm going to focus on the more meat and potatoes, bread and butter stuff, because a lot of this is just the culmination of Twitch being an arrogant ass of a company and the way they treat people. It's also part of the people changes at Twitch as well as the other stuff. But bottom line, this meme that I have going, light me up. Maybe I should turn on dark mode for this. But this... I don't have that on the Chrome browser on this log. I need so much stuff that I still don't have set up on the stream logon with this Ryzen 9 computer. Okay, either way. Woo! We can only shrink the window down before we go to browser mode, so I'm not lit up that much. But anyways, so LibreOffice we'll go back to later. But here's what my impression. My impression of this is that we're heading towards a shakeout. Twitch is going to be at the receiving end of a shakeout, where they don't have the resources to catch up to the big guys, and they start getting squeezed. We've seen with the money and the other stuff that they've been doing, as well as their declining viewership, not as much as it was before, but still a negative trend over the last 365 days. There's that going on, but we've seen this, but Twitch has just been all about the money, all about the money. And now, those of us who know, it's like the old slogan, once you know, you Newegg, but YouTube streaming is in this boat too. It's one of those things where when you know there's something better, Twitch looks pretty awful. And this is one of the other reasons why I stopped streaming on Twitch. So, yeah, we have this whole situation here where if you know something's better than Twitch, for example, YouTube, you can turn off certain advertising types if you're a partner, versus being a Twitch partner and having to do the stupid ass dance of pre-rolls versus mid-rolls and using ad scheduler and blah, 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 and hitting the snooze button and blah, blah, blah. We experimented with mid-rolls last go around, but I've turned that off. I want to be able to, I'll just hit the $ button if I go to a BRB, and that's where the ad breaks will go in. the way it should be with a live stream, so you don't miss the important stuff because it's live. Yeah, sure, YouTube has DVR mode, but who wants to fumble with DVR mode just to see what they missed because they had to hit a skip button? So I've got pre-rolls, but no mid-rolls, and the default setting is off for the new mid-roll setup. So, but on Twitch, the ads are unskippable. You should use their super fancy ad manager. I've gone over this enough times. See the stream replay of the last stream where I totally, if I can say my T's correctly here, totally lampooned Twitch's answer to YouTube's ad setup. It's garbage. Much like many other things that Twitch has been doing over the last couple of years, they pale in comparison to YouTube. Horrible. They're definitely not the role model for this type of stuff. We'll catch up with the chat later on. Let's get to the meat of this crap. So, yeah, let me make this nice and big, and let's go to browser mode, and let's get to the annoying stuff. It is Twitch TOS time, last modified on June 6th. So taking a dump on D-Day. My grandfather served in World War II, by the way. But really, Twitch, June 6th, at a date that is already extremely significant to people here in the United States, and you have to choose that day of the year to roll out a terms of service update that insults the living crap out of whoever you still have streaming. Give me a break. To finish the thought that I was saying earlier, Twitch is going to enter a shakeout as a business, and because of that, they're going to have an effect on their creator base where they shake out smaller streamers by insulting them off of the platform. Well, let's just look through the TOS stuff here. This was hidden in the fine print. Loco actually screenshotted this last night. Now everybody's been playing catch up with this. Ninja's mad. Ninja was multi-streaming all over the place, and now because of the ban on simulcasting. All right, well, let's go to branded content, which is what the big guys are worried about. Twitch recognizes that some users collaborate with brands and may publish branded content, which any user content exchange something of value like being paid. Includes a limitation paid product Twitch services. Your branded content complies to the Twitch service and applicable law. The Federal Trade Commission has here it is. Federal Trade Commission has rules on what to do. That's why you have to declare if you have a paid promotion in your YouTube videos. So this part of it basically is basically you have with this, Twitch is catching up to YouTube. What ticked off the big people though is, let's just back it up here. Let's back it up. Twitch allows you to distribute blah 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 blah. Let's see, where was that? Republic of Korea has a separate agreement. Let's see here. Let's see, there were some changes to this. Modified, let me see if it's, there's simulcast. Oh, here we go. All right, it's right under simulcasting, which is the big one. But let's look at this advertisement thing first. Twitch has the exclusive right to monetize the Twitch services, including without limitation, the exclusive right to sell, serve, and display advertisements on the Twitch services. This means you may not, nor may you allow a third party to insert or embed pre-recorded advertising units into your live stream, including without limitation video advertisements, whether pre, mid, or post-rolled, display or banner advertisements, and audio advertisements. So Twitch is like my house, and they're bringing down the hammer, at least on paper, with things that could screw over a lot of major events. So if you have something like, for example, Cutie Cinderella and the Streamer Awards, which had its own advertising as part of the stream, that's no longer allowed. Twitch needs to give you permission to do whatever. Now, there is a question of, could they enforce this, etc.? Well, do you want to risk getting banned because of some technicality and stuff? And then up at the top, there's the ban evasion thing. It says, if your use of the services by blocked people, like, don't come back on Twitch if you get kicked off, blah, 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 blah. But here's the big one. This is the single biggest change. This is what Loco pointed out, and this is This is what Loco pointed out, and this is what everybody's been jumping on ever since. Simulcasting. When you are streaming live on the Twitch services, you may not simultaneously live stream or broadcast simulcast on any other Twitch-like service, meaning any web-based network, platform, or service that supports live streaming of UGC, user-generated content, using the Daily Motion term here, without advance written permission from Twitch. For clarity, you may simulcast on mobile-first services that support live streaming. This section does not apply to nonprofit or government entities that are live streaming for non-commercial purposes. So, the reason why this is such a huge thing is that us nerds who've been following this all this time will recognize that as a former requirement, a former condition in the Twitch affiliate contract and Twitch partners based on Twitch partnerships as well. This is Twitch exclusivity, which is now stuffy Twitch exclusivity. That thing that infamously made Twitch affiliate garbage as a form of monetization compared to something like YouTube partner or Facebook level up or whatever. This now applies. It is now TOS. This is something you can get banned over now. Congratulations, Twitch. This is the single worst thing in all of this. So, multi-streaming? Nope. It is important to it's important though to remember that this does not stop you from platform hopping. This does not stop you from platform hopping. Both the Twitch affiliate contract as well as help files that Twitch has explaining the affiliate contract from Twitch's perspective. Both the affiliate contract and the documents to interpret the affiliate contract stated that you were allowed to stream on Twitch, then stop streaming, and then go to another service and start stream there. There were some like Devin Nash type videos and stuff that were saying, oh, Twitch owns your likeness. They own this. I think he was getting that mixed up with the whole multi-streaming thing, because Twitch owning your likeness refers to, you know, if they want to use your footage for some advertisement or something, because it's on the Twitch services, you know, they could do that. But it's not. Some people interpreted that as Twitch owns my likeness the minute I become a Twitch affiliate. No, it's been buried in here for a while now. Yeah, simulcasting. So the stuffy Twitch exclusivity now applies to everyone. It's TOS. It's no longer an affiliate thing. This is the most insidious slap in the face that any Twitch streamer could. I mean, how can you still put up with Twitch when they so completely don't get that they are small in the grand scheme of things, that streaming is small in the grand scheme of things, that they are more restrictive than other streaming options, never mind content options in general, in the grand scheme of things. Twitch is not in the position to stick their nose in the air and continue strutting their stuff with language like this. Especially when they have stuff like the banned streamer rule, which means if you're smart, you're not going to want to ever get banned on Twitch, so that all of your fellow content creators who stream on Twitch are, you know, have to ignore you until you get yourself unbanned. And we know that the smaller you are, the more likely that Twitch will just indefinitely suspend you to get rid of you. I've seen established YouTubers start out on Twitch, get indefinitely suspended, and spend months getting their account back. So they go from well-established on YouTube to Twitch, get shut down, and then they fight for an extremely long time just to be allowed back on the platform. And then they're dumb enough to stay there. Yeah, if that was me, I'd just get unbanned and then I'd stop streaming. Yeah, no sense taking any more risks of having to be persona non grata by whoever's still on this crappy platform. So this is the worst of it right here. Simulcasting. Now, mobile first services refer to things like Instagram or TikTok. This is what Twitch was trying to be like, we're lightening up. You're not going to enforce stuffy exclusivity. You can use TikTok now. You can use vertical formats, and we're your horizontal for. Shut up, Twitch. That was complete garbage. And so is this. This is the absolute nose in the air, punch in the face to content creators. Here's the world that this new everybody applies to simulcasting thing. Here's the world that this new TOS creates, as if it wasn't bad enough like this already. It is literally Twitch versus the world. Unless you can find me another platform somewhere that is as arrogant as this. Unless you can find me another platform somewhere in the world that is this arrogant, that they do stuff like this. Every other platform out there is ho-hum mellow about multi-streaming. Could it be because they're not all as big? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure, you know, they're trying to become established and whatnot, but it has traditionally been only Twitch that is this arrogant, this stuck up, and this restrictive with their content creators. So Ninja said it best. Now, you know, you can be everywhere else or you can be on Twitch. What do you think is going to happen to people who have any traction anywhere else in the entire streamosphere? They're going to multi-stream. Now, multi-streaming has its problems. You need to cater your content to whoever has the strictest rules, but that traditionally has been Twitch. I haven't heard as many of these stories with YouTube versus Facebook. I mean, maybe Rumble, and if Twitter gets into live streaming, oh, please, Elon Musk, don't murder Twitter even further by trying to make it into a streaming CDN. They do have video over on Twitter. There's not a doubt in my mind Elon's probably cracking the whip now, trying to make Twitter a streaming platform. Salute to the operations people still putting up with his maniacal whatever. Remember, Elon Musk represents private equity. He did a leveraged buyout of Twitter, so Twitter is now saddled with debt because of Elon spending $44 billion, probably too much, taking them private. It's a leveraged buyout. It's a private equity style situation here. But it's traditionally, maybe some of these other like free speech platforms or whatever that are more right wing. Depends on what happens when they get bigger, of course. But these platforms, maybe you'll have to be like, oh, be worried about Google or be worried about Meta or something like that if you multi-stream. But traditionally, Twitch has been the strictest. Great example, Civil War games. The Confederate flag is banned on Twitch. So if you play North and South on the NES, you run the risk of getting banned on Twitch for showing hate symbols. Yeah. Instead of explaining the proper historical context of you playing a Civil War game, technically you can get banned for playing North and South or the Bluecoats, its modern successor. Both of which are based on a cartoon that was based on the Civil War. So, yeah. How, and you know what the saddest part is? There are people working for free who live on Twitter who are actually making excuses for Twitch despite this. They're kissing Twitch's ass despite this. It's like, how Stockholmed are you if you make excuses for a company that's doing this? I wonder how many people are going to get, if Twitch enforces this at all, they have the ability to enforce it via this. But if Twitch enforces this at all, now they have the language and the legalese to do it. I'm curious when we're going to hear about somebody just starting out streaming who discovers Restream or something, and they get like no views on Twitch, and then they start multi-streaming and they get banned because they didn't read this in the TOS. I'm just wondering when we're going to see that. Either way. Trademarks, third-party stuff, termination. Can we find the 25? Can we find the maintenance fee in here? That's the other thing people are getting mad about. Let me go back up to the top. Privacy notice. Go back to the top. There we go. Let's see. 25. Doesn't show. Oh, it's the Twitch affiliate agreement that we have to get set up for that. So, while we play catch up on the chat, and then we'll go check out the Twitch affiliate agreement and the $25 termination fee. Let's see here. Dan says it's been hot in the Midwest. Yeah, it's cool here because of the smoke from the Canadian wildfires. Oof, Twitch, sup, Facebook is janky. DJ says, I was about to do multi-stream, but after what Twitch pulled, I'm boycotting Twitch now after this. And of course, me messing with AI Jesus was funny. Yeah, it's just like, look, Twitch, here's the thing though. You might be asking me, hey, Jay, you watch Sully Gnome and everything. Are you going to expect to see a big dip in numbers? No, not at all. I don't expect there to be a big dip in numbers, and I don't expect all of these like OTK and these streamer orgs who are threatening to leave Twitch. I don't expect any of these people to actually move. Why? PR. So at this point, the big streamers got to look like they're your friend, so you'll keep watching them. They know that there's some smaller streamers or people that don't want to stream on Twitch now that might not even be watching stuff on Twitch. They might not even be wanting to watch stuff on Twitch anymore. So they gotta find some way to keep those people watching them and stuff like that. But here's the thing. Whether you're talking about Twitch or you're talking about YouTube or you're talking about Facebook or you're talking about Twitter or you're talking about Instagram or anything else, there is usually a difference between the content creator point of view and the viewer's point of view. The content creators have been ticked off by Twitch. The viewers don't. It's irrelevant unless something they post in chat gets them banned from the platform as opposed to individual channels. Viewers are in a much better position on Twitch than they are on any of the competing platforms because there's more people streaming. As long as there are people getting suckered into the Twitch thing of, oh, maybe you can be the next Ninja. Who knows? Even though that's not how Ninja got to where he was. As long as there are people getting suckered into the whole Twitch house of cards, Twitch will retain the many streamers available. There's always going to be plenty of people to watch. There's always going to be lively chats because more people are on the platform in the first place. So from a viewer's perspective, none of this is going to matter to them. If you're involved in streaming, this matters. But I think even people that are angry about it from a streamer's perspective will sheepishly continue watching some of the bigger streamers who are going to keep soldiering on despite all this, because those people won't leave Twitch. For some reason, they don't want to switch to another platform. So you have that to consider with regards to everything else. Let's see. Remember a little of Google Video. My first video was on Google Video before I even started the YouTube channel. I went out with my Kodak digital camera and recorded some fireworks and put it on Google Video. Then shared it on Facebook because Facebook didn't have AV type stuff like that yet. Kick and Rumble. Mixer. Kick is the island of misfit streamers. Kick is Twitch for Twitch rejects. Odyssey. Advertiser on Kick. Self-hosted works like email for Fetty. Also Mastodon. LibreOffice seems kind of platform killing to do that. It's not going to be platform killing. It's basically going, unless we have a situation like what happened with Blip TV. I don't know how many people remember Blip TV. So Maker Studios bought Blip, which was a YouTube competitor, and then kicked off all the smaller creators by establishing minimum guidelines to be on the platform. Smoke bombed in CSGO, stuff like that. But anyways, if anyone remembers if anyone remembers Blip, all these one-syllable names for platforms, Blip got bought out by Maker Studios, and they kicked off all the little guys. Only the biggest of creators could stay there. They wound up losing too many viewers, and the whole thing went belly up. So I'm curious if we'll see history repeat itself with Twitch with this kind of stuff. I'll be the martyr, says DJ, and get the ban hammer on the purple snake. Let's see. Toys R Us was a leveraged buyout. Now it's just a store within a store situation, etc. Okay. Software like Mastodon falls under the whole Fetty thing. All right. We'll follow that. We'll take a look at that some other time. Why don't we let's load up the affiliate agreement, because the other thing that ticks people off was the Twitch affiliate contract that just got updated. The $25 termination fee. Let's see here. Twitch has All right, let me find the $25 thing. Go back into browser mode. Let's see. Okay. USA, etc., etc., etc. Oh, when was this last updated? Because I'm still seeing the old language here. Oh, 12/12/2022. All right. So it's not in here just yet, unless this isn't the latest version of it. So the $25 termination fee, the big thing that's going around Twitter is that it is, if you or we close this agreement, we will do the $25 thing. This was already a thing with inactive accounts. If at any time there's been no substantial activity on your program account for at least 12 consecutive months, you have not earned at least $100 in program fees during that 12-month period, we may close your inactive account and terminate your Twitch affiliate agreement. If you have accrued fees, a maintenance fee will be deducted. It will be the lesser of either what you have or $25. Any remaining balance will be paid to you. So $0 to $25, Twitch takes the money. The payout threshold is $50 now. $25 to $50, they just take 25 of it, and you get the rest. So obviously, here's the thing. I'm gonna have to go see where that is. Where was that thing? Let me go to Twitter here for this one. Is it Loco or something? Oh, look at these people. Let's see here. DJ just is going wild with all the retweets. 25. Shut up, Avast. I know what kind of stuff I get it. All right, $25 maintenance fee. If I just type that into Twitch, it probably shows up here. Let's see. No, that's not it. Oh, here it is. Dexerto section 6.4. This is a new version of it that is going around Twitter. I think if I looked at like the beta version of the notes, we could talk about this. If you or we terminate this agreement, a maintenance fee will be deducted. So it's no longer tied just to inactivity. If you get kicked out of, here's the thing that even Devin Nash didn't talk about enough. Of course, this all depends on whether or not Twitch decides to enforce this or not. But if either party terminates the affiliate agreement, which is you leaving the affiliate program or them kicking you out of the affiliate program, and that no longer has to be just about inactivity, the maintenance fee will be deducted from your remaining balance. So, gotta have something. Supper was too spicy tonight. So, if you or Twitch shuts everything down, kicks you out of the affiliate program, or you resign from it, you incur the maintenance fee, which is what we talked about earlier. Up to $25, Twitch takes the money. $25 to $50, they dock $25 from your last payout. Here's the kicker. There are no details in any of this. There are no details in this anymore. So, what are the circumstances where you terminate the agreement? All these people that are leaving the affiliate program to multi-stream, that's no longer a thing. But if for some reason you decide to shut down, to end your involvement with Twitch affiliate, with that, now they're going to take the money. They've given themselves a reason to do so. If they demonetize you and kick you from the affiliate program, they're going to take the money or the $25. If you get banned, they take the money or the $25. Here's the kicker here. The one thing that's not in this language that might go into the TOS later, if Twitch decides to take a lesson from YouTube, is a right to monetize. Or maybe it's in there and I haven't seen it yet. But YouTube, one of the biggest changes of the last couple of years that tanked a lot of the remaining ad revenue for channels like mine. I mean, I could say I financed this computer upgrade with ad revenue over 6-7 years, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that again, because ever since YouTube rolled out the right to monetize, they have given themselves the ability to place ads on your videos if you're not monetized on YouTube. They will take all the ad revenue. One of the side effects of a system like that is that it creates an incentive for the platform to demonetize you, because now they can take all the ad revenue. Imagine Twitch, whenever they do this, and I'm not even going to say if, they are so anti-consumer, so arrogant, so stuck up. I would not be surprised if we see a later revision of the Twitch terms of service that includes a right to monetize. Imagine a Twitch in like 2025 or something, or maybe 2024, who knows? Imagine a Twitch in the future where if you are not an affiliate, if you're a rookie, you have uncontrollable pre-rolls and mid-rolls on your stream. And Twitch takes all the money from those ad impressions. Imagine if Twitch rolls out a right to monetize. Now you have a world where if you're not in a monetization program, Twitch fills your stream with ads that you can't control, that are unskippable, one of the selling points of their advertising program. Twitch fills your stream up with as many ads as they can reasonably get away with. You can't do a thing about it. They take all the ad revenue. You can't do anything because you're not in the affiliate program. So that kind of Scrooge McTwitch, whatever you want to call it, type situation. What's to say that when that shows up, and I'm going to say when, not if, when that shows up in the TOS because Twitch decides to follow in YouTube's footsteps, how does that not create a massive incentive for Twitch to kick you out of the affiliate program if you're small and you're not making a lot of money? So all those pennies adding up for whoever's still watching your streams. Or they raise, well, I would say they raise the requirements to get Twitch affiliate, but one of the reasons Twitch affiliate is available so early is to lock you in to exclusivity. But since exclusivity applies to everybody, that's gone now. Something to think about. Are we going to see a Twitch where Twitch lets you monetize early? Yes. But because exclusivity is now baked in for everybody, that's no longer special about Twitch affiliate. Twitch affiliate now is about higher priority for transcoding, but only partners have guaranteed transcoding. And what is left for Twitch affiliate? What is left for perks besides a sub button, or emotes, or bits and stuff? I think that's the thing that Twitch would have to balance demonetizing your channel up against is there revenue from bits and subs and stuff, or Twitch, well, not Twitch Prime, because Amazon is eating the cost of Twitch Primes as long as they keep the program running. Yeah. I think this is a stepping stone. I think that this is a stepping stone to Twitch rolling out a right to monetize, and now they have a compelling reason. If you don't bring in a lot of sub revenue, if you don't bring in a lot of sub revenue, if you don't want to run lots of ads, and you do the dance very, very well, or maybe you want to shut down your affiliate thing so you don't get ads in your stream anymore. Well, now they give themselves a right to monetize. If you're not monetized on Twitch, you have uncontrollable pre-rolls and mid-rolls that cannot be skipped. And Twitch takes all the ad revenue times a whole bunch of channels that are playing ads anywhere on their service. I think with what we've seen from Twitch, they'd be nuts not to go for that. So, how many more excuses, folks, do you want to keep making for Twitch? How many? How many more excuses do you want to keep making? So that's it. I mean, the simulcasting thing bakes in exclusivity to everybody on the platform. This is the termination fee. So obviously for an exit strategy, if you're able to get paid as a Twitch affiliate, get to that next payment and then stop streaming if you've had enough of this crap. But I'd say just make Twitch do the work, especially with their limited staff due to layoffs and stuff. That's why one of the reasons why Devin Nash is thinking that a lot of this won't even be enforceable, because Twitch just doesn't have the headcount to do it. But as an exit strategy, I think you should get to your next payout and then stop everything. Get your $50, your next $50, and then that's that. But I think it gets worse than this. As crazy as it sounds, I think it gets worse. I think it gets a heck of a lot worse. I think what we're seeing here with these kinds of things is just the beginning. I think Twitch is setting the stage for something that they know they can get away with, because they will test their brand strength up to the very, very last cent. I think it gets worse. And I am not kidding. DJ says, I remember Blip used to be good before Maker ruined it, just like Twitch was to Justin TV. Remember the era of YouTube videos being uploaded to other platforms for monetization and mini dark age, says Joseph. I like and retweet what I agree with, says DJ. What is it with American companies breaking stuff like the GDPR, etc.? Seems like they're following the modern trend of tech companies by completely messing up the service. But yeah, I think this is just the beginning. I think Twitch is either going to try to get away with something much worse, or they will have no choice but to try to get away with what's much worse. We hit the hour mark on the stream, though, so let's get up and stretch, refill drinks. I'm going to try and let my head clear from all of this. And then we'll get into the part that requires the PowerPoint talking about the shakeout side of it all, which is what, this discussion is really all about. I think what all of this is leading to is a gigantic talent shakeout on Twitch. Let's face it. I mean, if you're taking up resources as a small streamer, especially when they've been challenged on resources and they've had to nerf VOD storage and all kinds of other stuff. And they've had to they're raising the price of Twitch Turbo, by the way, if you want to go ad free. Another thing that folks like myself predicted, if too many people bought Turbo and it ate into the ad revenue or something else ate into the scalable ad revenue, the price of the Turbo service would go up. Here we are. They're advertising it more too. Go ad free now that we've raised the price. Little thing in the upper right corner on their new UI now. So how many more times are folks like myself going to be proven right? It's almost like we know something. Yeah, well, when you get some experience and some formal background in this crap, you kind of do. Let's talk about the great talent shakeouts specifically when we get back. This was just the response, the stuff that other people are responding to. We're going to take it in my own special direction when I get back. Yeah, that's right. That song ends pretty abruptly, doesn't it? I was getting too into it. That's one of the classic vibe track songs that we use in the tech videos all the time. So, anyways, let's see here. The name of the stream is the Great Twitch Shakeout of 2023. There's a very specific reason why I have that title. And this is the part where we kind of sort of resemble Devin Nash, but I'm a bit more into multimedia stuff. So heck with Notepad. Let's bring out this thing. The Great Twitch Shakeout of 2023. Might need a second text box and stuff. Let me go see what kind of stuff. Did DJ retweet another one of my... Oh, lol. Any exciting news for streaming? Twitch kind of just tied its shoes together and face planted. Well, yeah, that's how I interpret all of this. They keep tripping over their own feet. It looks like YouTube's looking at some AI type stuff. Now, this is the first time I've ever done something like this in LibreOffice. Let's see how terrible it is compared to PowerPoint. Open source, baby. Although I do think I need a second text box. So can I get like 2 text boxes of this? Let's like make this like half the size. And is the UI even? Yeah, the UI is showing up. Get SCVD. That's what I did earlier to keep it from losing the formatting. I want 2 boxes. I want 2 of these actually, and we'll just do this. They all can bump over. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And bring this. No, we'll just leave that as is. Stuff goes here, lol. Stuff goes here, lol. So the reason why I said what I said. So remember Twitch. Twitch needs to look out for its own interests as a business. The people in charge at Twitch are officially, legally responsible. It's called a fiduciary duty for supporting the interests of the business. If you ever work somewhere, for example, and you have a problem at work with like a coworker or something, you want to try and frame that issue within the context of the needs of the business and how they're interfering with that, because that's kind of like the gold standard for how things are judged within a professional environment. That's another discussion altogether. So a shakeout is a business term for when market conditions cause weaker players in a market to go out of business. When the competition gets too big and too tough, then the little guys are sent packing. So we know that Twitch fits this description because they're small, they're about the size of Dailymotion. It's their brand power that makes people think they're way bigger than they actually are, and they have doubled down on and want to focus on streaming. Streaming has massive limitations. And furthermore, a lot of what went on with streaming in the past couple of years could very well be chalked up to the pandemic lockdowns. People being stuck home, not much to do, or they're worried about getting COVID, so they're not going out on the weekends or something like that. And so they're sitting home with hours to kill watching streamers do whatever. With the change, as COVID becomes like XBB everything here in New England and other parts of the country, as we get a grip on COVID and more people get over their nervousness and get back out and about, now we're going to see things change to where formats that demand that creators make better use of their audience's time. Sound check. Now we're going to... There we go. Formats that demand that people make better use of their audience's time will start to become more prevalent, like what's going on with short form right now. Although I think short form is a bubble that's going to burst too. Eventually, you're going to have to figure out what to do with all of it. Because short form, pictures, videos, the whole 9 yards. A shakeout, business term for when market conditions cause weaker players in a market to go out of business. Recessions tend to do this kind of stuff. Economic contraction, whoever loses money first, falls below critical mass first to go out of business. Who do you think's going to do that? The little guy. So Twitch is small. And remember, Twitch doesn't... Even Emmett Shear left Twitch. So there's always some pretext and some nice story about how some great opportunity came around. They want to spend more time with their family, blah, blah, blah. But Emmett Shear and many of the people who made Twitch are gone now. So, is this an emoji menu? No, it's symbols and shapes. Like, yay, a smiley face. All right, stop playing with LibreOffice here. All right, Twitch is small. MAUs, daily motion, around daily motions size in terms of MAUs. Twitch is limited. Take these new keycaps for a spin. I just put some new keycaps on this board, and after I finished cleaning it last go around. Twitch is limited. They've doubled down on live streaming only. And most importantly, live streaming is limited, especially with the end of pandemic lockdown culture. So, people spend less time sitting in front of a TV or sitting in front of a computer screen or looking at their phone or whatever. Streaming now no longer, and plus, in the case of stuff like IRL, you can do stuff again now. You don't need to sit at home watching like Ginny TTY go to a theme park because she was able to ink a sweetheart deal to go into a theme park during a lockdown and have the rides to herself. And so a lot of people live vicariously through some streamer's smartphone camera. So we have that going on as well. What do we have here? LibreOffice, talking about LibreOffice versus MS Office. I think for the purpose of my blue background slides, this will work pretty well here. So, all right. Also, the recessions can trigger shakeouts as well. Therefore, because of all of this, it is reasonable to expect Twitch to end up going up against shakeout forces that put the company in a shakeout condition. So Twitch will be fighting for its survival. And remember, Amazon doesn't have to care about Twitch. The most important thing in all of this, Twitch is a portfolio asset to Amazon, not in the same position as YouTube under Google. That's probably one of the most important things in play here. So Twitch can be a fraction. Twitch can be a fraction of what it is, and Amazon doesn't have to care. They can still push for more money, more revenue, more profits from their subsidiary here, but it is not important in the same way that YouTube's success is important to Google, because YouTube is basically Google's video version, so to speak. It's the video version of Google. People even use YouTube as a search engine to look for stuff like how to bake cookies or fix a clog in their sink or whatever, or they look for entertainment. I mean, people go to YouTube for just about everything. So Google is not in the luxurious position, especially with expanding the business to include things like digital movies and movie rentals and stuff. I mean, YouTube is basically Google's video everything. Twitch is just a portfolio asset. The technology that Twitch brought into Amazon's portfolio is being resold under Amazon Web Services. It is not the same relationship, never will be the same relationship between Twitch and Amazon as YouTube and Google. Now, stuff goes here, lol. Let's start on the other side, which is what this is going to mean for us. So, if Twitch goes into a shakeout, if Twitch is up against a shakeout, crap rolls downhill, and there'll be a talent shakeout. Let's take a look at the affiliate. Let's take a look at the Twitch affiliate. Let's go to Sully Gnome here. Let me get browser mode linked up to Sully Gnome and go to the long-term stats, which is something, of course, I've been a big fan of here. Is it going to link automatically? Here's Sully Gnome. So here's Sully Gnome. We have the pandemic surge here. They peaked in 2021, and they've been struggling ever since. Let's see what. 628 down to 527. So they're kind of slacking a little here. No, they're kind of skidding a little here, too. They did some skidding in 2022, but there's some peaks and valleys. There's peaks and valleys, but again, let's see here. See how cyclical it is. There are peaks and valleys in 2021 as well, but the peaks and valleys are lower overall. So you may think that people get mad and leave Twitch. I don't think that's going to affect the numbers very much, especially when it comes to people watching Twitch. The viewers are treated a lot better than the content creators are. Also, don't forget that the resources freed up by angry streamers storming away can always be sold in some commercial deal. Twitch, for example, apparently has inked a deal with WWE for something. Don't know what it is, but the important thing to remember, and this is something the big streamers and their egos don't want to talk about, a platform like Twitch, it is in their best interest as a business to always have something for the viewers, the far larger crowd, to watch. So, Twitch has been changing. They've been rolling out algorithms, the purpose of which is they find the replacement streamers for every streamer's audience. We were talking about that back in 2021, 2022 as the technology rolled out, that there were Korean streamers of a similar visual style or something like that. And they may do that again with AIs this year, where I'm introduced to AIs if they don't stop rating each other, like Neurosama and Athene AI and stuff like that. But it is in the company's best interests to make sure that the viewers always have someone to watch. So if something happens abruptly or a streamer gets mad and storms away, there's got to be somebody else there for that audience to go to. And the numbers have shown, especially with these kinds of issues we know have been going on, the numbers have shown, with them not moving more than they currently are, that Twitch audiences are incredibly resilient. The odds are they'll find someone else to watch. It isn't a situation where Twitch people who want to watch streams are going to go off to YouTube, where the UI for finding streams is highly inferior to what's on Twitch. Maybe they'll go to Kick, but there's less names they recognize over there. Good luck finding new people to watch. I'm actually curious what the Kick version of Sully Gnome would look like right now in terms of the concurrence and stuff. It's another thing, too. Do you want to be a big fish in a small pond? Do you want to walk away from Twitch in order to go to Kick or something like that? Or even YouTube and stuff like this. YouTube's what I spend 90% of my free time under. Is it the video, says Joseph, is it the video section, or do you deliberately look for streams? Because you get that tiny box in the middle of the left side of the window for finding streams. The only way you see a lot of streams, ironically, is to go to your subscriptions tab, which has no algorithm, and it's 100% in chronological order. So live streams are 0 seconds old, and they're always up at the top. But who actually knows that other than nerds and stuff? So the thing is, it's really up to the audience whether they follow a streamer to another platform. And in the case of firewalls and other stuff, do they have the app? Does it require it on mobile? Etc. But here is partners versus affiliates. And here's why I'm thinking Shakeout. As a result of the pandemic lockdowns, Twitch affiliates absolutely surged. Prior to COVID-19, you're talking like 300,000 affiliates-ish. And then it went crazy, passing the 1 million mark in early 2022. Now, there are some streamers that are packing it up, but they're still hanging around the 1 million mark. These Twitch affiliates are monetized streamers who represent low viewership, low ad impressions, but they're using resources just like the big partners. And even some of the partners aren't so big. You get people like Vindalia, who when ESO's not doing a drop stream, she might have like 150 concurrents, or Tyranny, who's closer to the 80 to 100 concurrent range. Or, and then of course, you have AI. Where's that going to go? The ones that have a sub button. Nothing Forever is actually down to 100 concurrents now. I saw it down to 80 concurrents earlier. You need 75 in order to get partner. So, or to be considered for partner, I should say. But every single one of these itty-bitty streamers that surged during the pandemic lockdown period is using resources, storing VODs, going live, etc. Because these are who went live and stuff, who's active. These are people going live, streaming, taking up resources with very, very little ROI versus the big streamers, and not all the partners are big, by the way. So maybe even towards an even smaller sliver of the usage of their hardware than the purple at the bottom for all the partners. So you got all these people streaming to nobody, or 2 people or 4 people or 20 people or whatever, but you have all these affiliates. They use resources just like these folks do, and the purples do just like the tiny sliver of purples that have large audiences do. Now, so many systems on Twitch have been biased over the years towards whoever's the largest, including when you're brand new to the platform and you haven't made an account yet. When you show up, the first thing it does is it recommends. The first thing it does is it recommends some streamers to watch. Let's fire up. How is my Microsoft Edge? No, let's open an incognito window or something and go to twitch.tv. This is Chrome after all. All right, so let me just don't want to unmute this. Star Smitten, and all right, so I just opened an incognito window. All right, let's link that up and link the browser to Twitch. So here's what you see when you first show up. Here's what you see when you first. So you have Star Smitten League of Legends, 13 grand. F Extra Life, 41 grand. They run a website, so some of that traffic is embeds from all the website hits. 28 grand for this Valorant streamer. Maximilian, 21 grand. Live channels we think you'll like. Hey, Iron Mouse, a VTuber, 11 grand. Hassan, 31 grand. Who's being recommended? Tarek, Hassan, Iron Mouse, Kaide, Grind to Immortal. That's Valorant. F Extra Life, Filza, someone playing Tears of the Kingdom. It's Timmy playing Apex Legends, someone playing Street Fighter, etc. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. So you have some, minimum 4-digit concurrent streamers. That's who you see when you're brand new. In the top, this is who you see when you're brand new. League of Legends, that violin chick. Oh, here we go. 44 viewers. So there's some small. Okay. LGBTQ plus for Pride Month. That's what's going on here. By the way, let's mute this site. LGBTQ plus for Pride Month. So that's why she's in there. 110 viewers. Flank Thomas. Very funny. Playing MLB The Show. Sports games. Talks and viral. Okay, sports games there. Looks like there's some small streamers here, but LGBTQ, so here's Pride Month in action here. Let's see. World of Warcraft, popular game. Street Fighter, this is Maximilian, he's in the thing down there. EBX Air music streamer. Oh, so it's showing various different categories and stuff, and some rainbowy type stuff here. So again, Pride Month going on, stuff like that. We're back to Star Smitten at the beginning of this, but we have all of these categories, and it's trying to find something for you to watch. Categories we think you'll like. Just chatting. Diablo 4 just came out. Valorant, League of Legends, Fortnite, Apex, World of Warcraft, Minecraft, Tears of the Kingdom, GTA 5 with its robust role-playing scene, etc., etc., etc. Together for Pride Month, there we go. LGBTQA plus playing Diablo 4. Let's see here. Streamers using guest star, new feature they're trying to plug. So recently released games. Just chatting. Hey, AI Jesus is making the front page. I'm sure that Athene's going to be loving that. Here's S-Fan over here. Known personality. Extra Emily is recently someone who had a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Close that up there. And Quinn69, known name on Twitch, 8.2K. These are all 4-digit streamers playing Diablo 4, etc., etc., etc. So on and so forth. It's the algorithm, as usual. Much like on YouTube, where you have larger channels getting sent around as well. So, either way, let's go back to the Twitch affiliate thing. There we go. So you have all those big streamers, and the 1,000 concurrent streamers are a fraction of the purple bar here. And then you have some other people, LGBTQ plus, because it's Pride Month, getting promoted on the front page, things like that. I'm kind of surprised AI Jesus is on the front page for an incognito window, unless it's reading from my IP address that I've gone there a couple of times. But isn't that hidden with incognito mode? I don't know. Either way, it is kind of a cute technical thing, and it's Athene's most popular of the streams that he's running, Singularity Group streams running, and they're trying to expand into the cloud and stuff. But it's like in sports, for every player in the pros, you get a whole bunch of people that never make it out of the minors, if they even get into the minors in the first place. And that's what we have here. All of these people going live in this big surge and everything represent resources being used up. And they're not going to get anywhere. They're not going to get anywhere because Twitch, even if it did have discoverability, is too small. Twitch, everything is stacked against you. If you think about yourself from the perspective of the audience, how many streamers can you realistically watch before you have trouble keeping up with them all versus scrolling through TikTok or watching YouTubers? I have 1,000 subscriptions on YouTube. How many of those people do you really think I can realistically keep up with their new videos on? Yeah. Human limitations eventually kick in. With any format, they kick in the earliest on streams. Even Pebbles tells a lot of dad jokes on Twitter. She's hilarious. She often plays horror games and people don't owe money to send jump scares to her and stuff. She has a wild sense of humor. She's a little older, closer to my age, but she has a wild sense of humor, has a nice setup for streaming, and has an incredible personality for playing, getting scared by horror games. And she tells lots of funny jokes on Twitter, even if they're cringy. 20 concurrents or so. 3 nights a week for like 2 hours a night, 6 hours in the span of a week. How many streamers that size do you think you could watch? And let's not even talk about people here. Let's not even talk about people. The AIs I'm watching right now. I don't know if I could watch too many more, and sometimes I have to choose between Singularity Group streams and Neurosama. So I'm at that position right now with just a handful of AI streams. Never mind any people I might still watch. Although the only people I'm still watching are people like Ray who keep it professional. I've basically only kept the best of the streamers that I was watching on Twitch, even on my left panel. It's mostly AIs nowadays. You go to my Twitch channel, whatever's left of it, twitch.tv/multimediaj, my recommended streamers are going to have a ton of AIs going 24/7. I don't even get around to watching the Seinfeld parody Nothing Forever as much as I used to. So human limitations kick in. They kick in earlier for streams. Combine that with Twitch's inherent problems getting audiences to the people that are usually way too big to properly provide audiences for everybody that wants to be a streamer. Viewer ratio 26.1 year over year, down 1.3%, but that's bad. Excuse me, I'm getting my metrics mixed up here. 27.29, down 1% year over year, the worst in the industry when we've crunched those numbers off of the quarterly reports from Streamlabs and StreamHatchet usually. So smallest potential audience if you divide up everybody versus who's live at any given moment on Twitch, a platform that has been shrinking year over year. 6% watch hours down 6%, concurrence down 6%. They can still get people to watch when it's big events going on, like esports events and stuff. That's up. So peak viewers is up when there's special events. There are more people streaming on less average channels, playing more games with a crappier audience ratio over the past 365 days. XQC year over year, down 27.4% in terms of hours watched. Still the most watched channel on Twitch. Gauls, I think it's Portuguese or something in the Portuguese group, 25 down 25.5%. Kai Sanat, we know, has exploded recently. CSGO esports thing up 15%, but XQC, and let's run the calculator. Give me my calculator here. Let's run the calculator on this one. Does it still pop up on the screen? No. Oh, yeah, I do have it here. Okay. Well, now this keyboard works again, so I should be able to use the multiply key properly. But we're actually going to divide. XQC, 365 days, 177, 730, 870. It's like I'm dialing a phone here. Divided by 21,693,82619 times 100. That works. Isn't it fun when I'm getting the keyboard? Now, isn't it fun now that I've cleaned out the keyboard and the switches work again? 0.8%. XQC, most watched streamer on all of Twitch, less than 1% of the watch time for the last 365 days. There is no one star that if they go storming off to kick or something like that is going to do very much. Now, even if and why should XQC leave? He's the most popular streamer on Twitch. He should run all this into the ground. Many of the biggest streamers, they don't need to leave. They can look like they're upset, but they're not going to take the plunge. It's like when I was making fun of that OTK thing, and I'm like, they're telling Twitch to reflect, which is whiny, crappy language that I hear from small streamers crying about somebody they don't like who they banned from their chat. Well, why don't you just reflect on what you're posting in my chat? Ban. This isn't grade school. This isn't like a teacher lecturing some kids who won't share their toys or who won't play properly at recess. Like, and shut up and do it. If OTK really hated Twitch, I've actually worked for managers that have been like this. People complain about their jobs, but they don't really hate their jobs until they quit. That attitude's out there. Let's get back to our fake PowerPoint here. If Twitch is up against a shakeout, crap rolls downhill, and there'll be a talent shakeout. Smaller streamers take up resources like big streamers with less ROI, less ad impressions, less viewers, less subs, less bits, less everything. Twitch has limited their hardware before, like VOD storage, etc. Also, they've cranked up ads. They've done everything they can to monetize the living crap on the ad side of things and rediscovered a lesson that some of us learned who were around for the .com crash, that advertising on the internet sometimes just doesn't cut it. It's not cutting it for streamers right now. Even the ad incentive program, which has been silently nerfed into oblivion and kind of just yoinked, not really worth it anymore. Even the ad incentive program, but now Twitch did everything and the ads thing didn't work. The streamers, no. They're not making their money off of ads. They're making it off of merch. They're making it off of Patreons. They're making it off of Ko-fi pages. Some of them are making it off of OnlyFans. Let's be blunt. And then there's sponsored streams, which Twitch now is getting stuffy about that too. Like, oh no, you made some money. Boo-hoo. Oh no, you made some money and we didn't. Boo-hoo. Shut up, Twitch. Twitch has limited their hardware before, like VOD storage, etc. So if Twitch is up against a shakeout, crap rolls downhill. There'll be a talent shakeout. Small streamers take up resource like big streamers with less ROI. Twitch has limited their hardware before, like with VOD storage, etc. Twitch can gain something by insulting away smaller streamers, and keeping bigger ones. It's the ROI stuff we were just talking about there. But also, and what's going to be the bottom part of this to finish off this little slide here. So I keep making these slides and then I never screen cap them and put them on Twitter or something. Maybe I should do that for this one. Here's the most important part of all of this. So we talked about what a shakeout is. If Twitch is up against a shakeout, stuff rolls downhill, da-da-da. at the center of all of this is this. With Twitch, or any platform, it is always different from the viewer's perspective versus the content creator's perspective. So, I mean, you have, as you just saw, you go over to Twitch, you have basically pick of the litter if you're a viewer. You don't have to care about any of this crap. You don't have to care about the advertising thing if you're a viewer. You don't have to care about the simulcasting thing if you're a viewer. You don't have to care about the freaking early termination fee or whatever. You don't have to care about the Twitch affiliate termination stuff if you're a viewer. And this is why the numbers are not going to drop. There's this culture that, Twitch streamers are stuck up. They're all rich. They're all whatever. There's this thing where, this is off the air. Everyone's going to find something else. I'm going to find something else to watch. Now, anyways, it's always different for the viewer's perspective versus the content creator's perspective. Twitch is much better for viewers than creators. Can I fit that? Nah. Just say, put down that it's much better than viewers. Also, viewers can change the channel. Viewers can always find someone new to watch if, and let's be honest, they're too lazy to go somewhere. No, let's not insult the viewers. Instead of going to another site. And lastly, probably the single most important reason why I think there'll be a talent shakeout as Twitch heads into a shakeout. Television has already operated like this. How does it work on TV? You're not popular anymore? Your show gets canceled. Do people stop watching TV? No, they just look at something else. Maybe they watch the new stuff. Maybe they switch to a different channel. But the thing is, television has already operated like this for decades. If you watch show A, B, C, and D, and now there's different stuff on the air, you want to watch TV, you'll check it out. We haven't gone through a situation where television completely became irrelevant, even in a day and age where what was on TV and popular was horrendous reality shows. This is probably the big thing here. It's like when these Twitch streamers started essentially making TV shows like OTK and some of these orgs. They started making TV-style streams that were basically rediscovering TV shows, rediscovering what the television and how about VOD watch parties, where they just take videos and play them. How about the PewDiePie thing that was playing his videos before it got banned? You got all these Twitch streamers out there. They've rediscovered television in lots of other ways. Now they're going to rediscover television in terms of the audience just finding something else to watch if their favorite show goes off the air. We'll see who follows them to YouTube or to Rumble or to Kick or wherever. I assure you, it's become a meme at this point. Especially when Lily Pichu made the switch, she joked about this, that YouTube is where Twitch streamers go to die. Oh, if I'm going to fall off, I'm going to get paid to fall off. I believe that's what she was saying at the time when she was heading off to YouTube, because YouTube has some UI issues that get in the way of streamers and their ability to be something like what they were on Twitch. So that's really what's in play here. The Twitch Shakeout of 2023, I think Twitch is up against shakeout conditions that'll hurt the little guys. They've been monetizing like crazy, but they will never be able to be a more comprehensive platform. They'll never be able to be like their larger competitors or any of that stuff. And so they're in a position now, also their operations decisions have been questionable, where they will insult away creators, especially smaller creators. Notice how they backpedaled on the thing that the larger creators got mad about. But only Ninja has really been speaking up. Devin Nash covered it, but it was a little blippo thing at the end of his video. Zach Bussey might be talking more about this if he finally figured out the rest of it. He was barking up the wrong tree too. And he's got what, 50 concurrents, Twitch affiliate? I don't even think he ever got partnered. Let's look that up here. We've got the darn browser going. Zach Bussey. He's been cited so many. Am I spelling Zach correctly? No, I think it's Zach with a K. No, I'll just type Bussey. No, Bussey 69. Is it? Oh, no. No, how about Zach with a K? How come I can't find him on Sully Gnome? All right. Zach Bussey. Oh, it is with an H. Notifications, new contract. What's this? Let me actually check out his tweets here. Live now, twitch.tv. Oh, one word, because I was putting in the space. All right. Z for you Canadians. ACHBUSSC. There he is. What's he doing lately? Past 365 days, he's averaged 100 concurrents. But he's actually, anytime he's complaining about something on Twitch, he rockets to the moon. There we go. So recently, he's been really soaring because people are mad at Twitch. So he's going wild with the drama. But if you look at what was going on beforehand, it was a skid for him too. So, yeah. Still not partnered. I don't know why he'd want to be partnered at this point, but let me take a look at some of his tweets here as we get ready to wrap this stuff up here. Same time when says you will be written, you may not. Oh, he's going nuts about this now. Ho 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 ho. See here. Twitch has promoted their American head of communications, the global head of PR. Self-promo. Let's see. He's advertising some things here. All partners should consult with a lawyer about the new contract. Let me see this. How does this jive with everything? This is what Zach's showing on his Twitter. Why don't we just show it? Hey, look, Twitter. Are they still trending? No, Canada's trending, though. Commander Root. Is that because I came back over here? As of yesterday, Twitch partners are getting notifications that there is a new contract. If they don't accept, their partner contract will be terminated at the next effective contract date, and they'll be made into affiliates until they do accept. Well, YouTube just did this too. They changed a few things, and you had to accept it as well. Current contract will terminate. You'll be reclassified to affiliate status until you accept the updated terms. All right, let's see what this is. We're updating the terms of all standard partner agreements. The bigger folks get custom stuff, but there's a generic thing for the lower tiers here. Let's see what we have here. Here's a brief summary of some of the changes. Stream non-exclusively. Oh, what is this? We just saw in the TOS that people are getting... Blech. As announced in August, you are no longer restricted to streaming only on Twitch and now may stream on any other platform. So they may not simulcast to or from other web-first platforms and services such as Facebook or YouTube. Okay, that's unchanged. Simulcasting in short-form mobile service, TikTok or Instagram Live is allowed. Post VODs anywhere you wish immediately after you have streamed. Okay, so that gets rid of the 24-hour rule. Nice. Oh, ho, ho. So partners now don't have the 24-hour rule. You know what I think? You know what I think some Twitch partners should do? They should quietly multi-stream a private stream to YouTube to claim their content in the content ID system, so you don't have the clip snipers and stuff. Better visibility. The updated monetized streamer agreement (MSA) is publicly available for anyone to view on Twitch. Moving forward, you'll be notified of any of all changes at least 30 days in advance. See here. Revenue and dashboards. Your revenue share info will be in your dashboard rather than your contract. No set obligation. No set term of the contract. So you can leave the program anytime you were Twitch. Oh, youch. Same as everybody else. You can leave the program anytime you or Twitch choose to terminate the agreement. Streamer payments, U.S. tax withholding, etc., etc. Treated as service payments, U.S. tax purposes, etc. Well, we were reclassed over on YouTube as well. We're now considered royalties. Our ad revenue is now considered royalties for tax purposes. But Zach has mostly been talking about the branded content policy, not so much the other stuff. I wonder when he's going to get to it. Now watch, he's probably talking about it in a stream today, and I'm over here complaining about it. Whatever. So either way, let's go back to our LibreOffice here and wrap things up with all this. Well, at least it's doing it's doing the spell check. That works at least. Let's catch up on anything else that comes into the chat here. Let's see. So we were talking GDPR before. YouTube's why I spend 90% of my free time on it. Well, YouTube, Joseph, has lots of options. I mean, I've actually been watching some shorts lately, not just regular videos. It's either videos or VODs. But yeah, the UI kind of prefers that. I knew about the stream because the bell rang, etc. 3 to 4 people, says Dan, total for how many streamers you can realistically watch. Back when I watched Twitch, I would choose to pick out small streamers most of the time. Even these days, I usually only watch streams that my friends are hosting. Yeah, well, at this point, though, I really think everybody should just look for an exit strategy at this point. Figure out how you're going to leave. Because I think Twitch is doing a lot of this because they think they can get away with it. And if that's not the case, they might be in a situation where they're forced to do these things and try to get away with it because of the shakeout we were talking about. We've talked earlier about the year of turbulent tech tubers, the year of turbulent streamers that did incredibly well during the pandemic lockdowns streamers did really well during the pandemic lockdowns are going to start to have problems with this. And of course, as if Twitch couldn't be tone deaf enough as it is, they roll out these changes to branded content during the time when a lot of streamers who were formerly, hot shots during the pandemic were already running into money problems because the bubble's bursting. Everything. Times are changing. It'll just be interesting to see how much things drop on Solinome. I don't expect too much to happen in that respect, though. Like we were talking about earlier, it's a different experience for viewers versus content creators on Twitch. So it's way better experience for viewers on Twitch, just like it's a way better experience for viewers on YouTube. If you're not involved in the content creation side of it, you're not going to notice much of any of this other than your streamer is going to be whining about it. And so what this encourages the smarter streamers to do is to not whine about it. Don't even bring it up, because odds are, unless your audience is nerding around on the internet or one of those no-lifes who lives on Twitter or something, they're not even going to know or care about most of this. So it is the streamers' ball game to lose if they drag these problems into them trying to entertain their audience. They really shouldn't. So it is their ball game to lose, so to speak. So we'll see how people handle this stuff. We'll see how people handle this stuff, and we'll see what Twitch does. But I wouldn't be surprised if somebody at Twitch wants a lot of smaller streamers to at least, at minimum, stop using the resources. And then they can focus on, larger creators and commercial deals. Some way to bring in the traffic. It'd be interesting if people came for like WWE or something with this deal they just inked, and then they found out about streaming and watching other streamers as well. Now, it'd be very interesting if they could do that, because that's one of Twitch's continuous problems, is that they just can't bring in enough of an audience for everybody that wants to be a streamer. And there's 2 ways to fix that. Miraculously bring in a crap ton more viewers, or find a way to pare down the number of streamers. What do you think this slap in the face is? Especially the site-wide exclusivity crap. They've given themselves the ability to ban people for multi-streaming. Sadly, I don't think Twitch is really stepping that far outside of what a business in their position would be expected to do. There's going to be a lot of people on social media that hate my perspective on this because of this. But they're looking out for their interests. They've always been looking out for their interests, folks. These partnership programs that are much lauded on these platforms do not make you an actual partner with these platforms, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, or whatever. They don't even make you an employee. There are some people who want to challenge that, but there's also mandatory binding arbitration in the agreements that govern these fake jobs or whatever. So, The Great Twitch Shakeout of 2023, we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see how far it goes. We'll have to see how much people get affected. And we'll have to see how many more times we see content creators getting mad because of Twitch. And we'll have to see how many big content creators pretend to be mad to make their audience happy, but keep on trucking along and enjoy the boost in views when the little guys taking a viewer here, a viewer there, are off the platform, and more of the audience is going to the big guys. Like I said way back, we might actually be looking at some kind of repeat of what happened with Blip TV, but more slowly. We'll have to see if Twitch can do a better job than Maker Studios did. Heading towards the 2-hour mark on the stream. So here's what's next. We have all this smoke in New England. So, yeah, the summer is kind of getting delayed. Things are cooler. I'm going to focus on tech videos now that I'm done being mad at Twitch again. Tech videos, got some stuff to do with some games, and I've got some ESO Necrom to go play. Hopefully Twitch doesn't do stupid stuff that makes everyone all mad like this again and makes you want to come back for this again. But I need to chill and relax earlier. It's about time, by the way. I finally got to stream in the evening on this day shift schedule. Finally! I didn't get too tired to stream, but now I actually have to get tired so I can actually get a decent amount of sleep. So yeah, there's my take on everything that's going on with Twitch. I don't think it's just about getting mad at what Twitch is doing. I think this is all part of some plan for Twitch to fundamentally change the structure of who uses their platform. So if you're back, it's not, streamers don't necessarily have the best of business backgrounds, as we've noticed over the years. So this is just the latest example of that. By the way, 2-hour stream, 0 dropped frames. The internet, though it's still crappy cable, and this computer are working as intended. That's definitely an improvement. Thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time, this is Multimedia J signing off. Thanks for stopping by. By the way, if you want to check out the latest from the Singularity Group, Athene AI Heroes is the channel to look for on Twitch. Have a good night, everyone.